Alright, real quick video on just a demonstration on how my homemade custom RGB controller works. There's one bug I gotta work out yet. I gotta add a couple relays to it to basically, supposed to have 4 power switches here, there, and there. And the top 2 control the 3 knob dimmers, and the bottom 2 control underneath. You got the actual fade dimmers controllers. This here is the IR sensor that will be mounted in a permanent spot. This is just like I said, a quick demo. This is the IR sensor for the fade controller, which uses this remote. So let's see here. If I the only issue is, as you see, if I turn this on, it's powering on both the 3 knob dimmer and the fade controller. I believe it's just because it's feeding back and then connecting the circuit. But I gotta add a couple relays to these switches so it doesn't do that. So I'm gonna do the other side, and they both light up. The same thing as if I only want to power the fade controllers. The other ones light up as well, even though they're all off. A little annoying, but I can fix that. These here are actually the controllers that are the relays that will control the fade controllers. If I don't want any red to turn on this one, I could turn the red switch off. If I don't want any blue on this one, I'll turn the blue switch off. So I'm gonna leave them all on right now. These are connected on relays. These here are the left and right selector for the infrared. So if I want to control the left one, I turn the left one on. If I want to control them both, I turn them both on, and all vice versa. So that way, I'm not trying to mess around with 2 different sensors and stuff like that. I just connected them to one and made it a switch available. So what I'm going to do here is, and this switch is bad. I got to switch this out. The stupid light. It comes on every once in a while. I also just realized I did not show you the actual innards of this thing. It is pretty complex. It took me quite a bit of time to exactly figure out what I was doing, and a lot of soldering and unsoldering to refigure it. And I'm no electrical engineer, but this was a pretty in-depth project that I took on just to be able to get everything together and have 2 inputs or 2 exits solely for 4 controllers here. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. There's what is there? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 relays, and there's gonna be 14. No, I'm sorry. There's 12 switches, and there's gonna be 14 relays. Right? And there's 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's gonna be 14 relays that I have to figure out just to get those power switches working the correct way. But yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just show you right now. I can turn, say I want to use the blue. They're all working together. If I want to use blue on one and then green on another, I want to turn the blue purplish, and then the green a teal. You could do that just with these knobs here. So what I'm going to, after I do the switches up, this will be totally separate from these, but for now I'm going to power these down. These are up. You got to bring all these down to make sure they don't affect the fade controller. Now I will power on the fade controller. These are both powered on together. So what they'll do is they'll fade out of 7 colors right now. There's a whole bunch of different things that the fade controllers do. And like I said, if I wanted to turn the blue off of one and the green off of another, it will not fade into those colors. So there will be times where it does turn completely off, as the controller only wants a little bit of that color to shine through, and it fades just solely that color. But if you have another color on the deck, it should be fine. You can see this one here is off. This one's on now. That one's going into red. Eventually this one here will turn off too, as it tries to go into, I don't know which one is which. As it tries to go into green. There they go, they turn off. So if I turn everything on, they should be exactly the same. Another thing I can do is say I want them to not go the same colors at the same time, but still have all the colors. If I turn one off, and I can pause it, see, you'll see it on the bottom. There it is. This one just did a little flash here. Now, what I'll do is I'll wait till basically a full color or so, maybe a little longer. And they're red and purple now. I will unpause it, and then they'll continue their cycle. Pretty much a full color behind the other one. I just think that that adds a whole huge effect of being able to change your colors and stuff. And this here also adds a whole effect of being able to change the fades and what colors you want and what colors you don't want. And you know, you could also change the speed. There's a speed quick and slower here. If I see, now I just changed them both. They're not the same speed because I made one faster. So you bring them all the way up. One will stop before. Yeah, they're both the same speed now. So you bring them down. And then they'll go different speed. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I am also going to, I've got two more LEDs left here. I'm going to drill small little holes inside here and actually have a preview LEDs on each string that will, you know, you're not going to look directly at them because that sucks. I've got these little pieces of plexiglass that I frosted, and I'll hide them in there, and behind it, it'll just give a good representation of the color that you're actually making, especially with the knobs. And because I plan on putting this inside, and it's going to light my deck outside, so you're not going to always be able to see the exact deck. So if you see the colors, you'll know about a good representation. Yeah, let me know what you think. Hope you like it, and hope I helped.